They've seen the growth of trees. But did they understand how simple taking a God thought into them would change their lives? And it's a wonderful parable of the kingdom of the soul. We have seen, just in our short time on this earth as being a church, 20 years, we've seen people come in and they might love it, hit their ability to receive. I'm tapped out, I'm out of here. And they leave lovingly. I mean, they don't leave stomping their feet and slamming doors. But they can't take any more in. And it's so funny to see them 10 years later, 15 years later, and they're just blossoming away. And they haven't even been to church this entire time. And they come back and they say, okay, more. I'm now ready for more. The spark that was planted within me has now begun to grow to the point that I'm ready to take on another spark. The parable of the kingdom of the soul. When you allow a spark of God awareness to become your truth, you will never change. You'll never go back, that's what I'm saying. And all the aha moments, every aha moment you've had, every moment where you feel the drenching of divine spirit, the awakening of God, even if you can't feel it the next day, that energy is moving within you. Everyone say yay for growth.
Yay for growth.
Are you excited about the parables of growth?
Yes.
Don't you wish that's all that was required?
Yes.
So we could just effortlessly roam around knowing that we're growing. But the problem with that is there's no conscious mind participation. We have touched the power and connected with the power of God love. Eventually, we're going to grow to the level where we need to participate with that power of God love. And that's the parables of commitment. In the same chapter, he says, the kingdom of the soul is like a treasure hidden in a field, which one has found and straightway goes and sells all he has and buys the field. And we've heard that one, yes? In chapter 142, he is talking to his disciples. Actually, let me just read you all of this. This is 142, 1 through 5. Now Jesus and the 12 went to another town, and as they entered they said, peace be to all, goodwill to all. And a multitude of people followed, and the master said, behold, you are followers for selfish gain. Do you understand that? You are followers for selfish gain. In the 80s, a new thought was all about prosperity. And churches were not shy about saying, join our church and you're going to prosper. And we'll teach you how to do it. And it was anybody around back in the day?
Yeah.
And it wasn't done with an evil intention, but where was our focus? Selfish gain. I'll come to that church as long as I benefit in the process, you see? So that's what he's saying. He's just dealing with people who are asking the human question that we all ask, what's in it for me? We all ask that. What's in it for me? So he's dealing with people going, ooh, I could turn this into something successful for myself. So here he goes. If you would follow me in love and be disciples of holy breath and gain at last the crown of life, you must leave behind all there is of carnal life. And be not deceived. Stop. Count the cost. If one would build a tower or home, he first sits to count the cost to be assured that he has enough gold to finish it. And then he goes on to give them some more examples that they will understand. Count well the cost before you follow me. It means giving up all of life. And this way of life is called the pearl of greatest price. He who finds it must put all he has beneath his feet. And here's the parable. Behold, a man found in a certain field croppings of a wondrous mine of gold. And he went forth and sold his home and all he had and bought the field, and then he rejoiced in wealth. So, the parables of commitment. We have a man finding treasure in a field. He sells all he has and buys the field. We have a man finding gold in a field. He sells all he has and buys the gold field. Are these parables about denial of self? Are they parables about giving up good for greater good? In these parables, everyone ends wealthy in the end. When you come to the point of making a commitment to give up all that you have on the earth plane, that is a commitment to knowing the value of spirit. Where? On the earth plane. On the earth plane. Total commitment to the value of spirit. And you all have heard me many times tell you, when you come to that moment and you say, okay, God, it's yours. My house, my car, my kids, spouse, job, I have done the best I can with it. I can do no more. I give it all to you. I give it all to you. I give it all to you. I am now committed to your spirit, to my higher self, to spirit flowing through me. And you feel the beautiful energy of God pouring through you, and you feel the guidance, and you feel the, okay, baby, I got you. And then you open your eyes, and where are you? In your house, with your kids, with your husband, with your family, with your job. Spirit doesn't come in with a big eraser and take it all away. When you commit, what you're doing is you're saying, I take my life and I live it this way instead of this way. I remember one of my favorite affirmations when I was a novice in metaphysics. Some woman had said, everything I let go of has claw marks on it.
Wow.
And so I strive to not do that. But that's commitment. Saying matter is for me to use, not for me to hold. If I'm holding something, I'm making it more important than my spirit. And if I make my spirit more important, I'm feeling the value of my life. My life. What I love about that song that Krista sang this morning was, and I don't know the words exactly to quote them, but it referenced, I will use my faith to move to a higher road. And I'm not there yet, but I will be. I'm going to use my faith to move to a higher road. You know, when I started my own seminary program, when I was going through my training, and people who'd known me for years, and they knew I was a God girl. I loved God. They knew that. Crazy God girl. But when I told them, you know, I'm in a seminary program, it was a lengthy program and it was an expensive program. And they looked at me and went, yeah, we'll see if you make it through. And I said, yeah, I'm not there yet, but I will be. I will be. And I remember when I was ordained, a friend of mine's husband brought a little cake to my house, and he said, we're celebrating this. And I said, why? And he said, because I never thought you'd do it. I said, why did you doubt? Because I knew I would be. Commitment allows us to align with spirit, to see a greater vision of self. And then we do have that road to becoming it. It's not instant, it's not the eraser, it's not the magic. We become it. This beautiful energy of commitment helps us grow. But as long as we're holding on to the things and saying it's more important than my spirit, then we're using probably that beautiful energy of growth. La 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 la. Just grow it in me, God. I already agreed. I agreed at some level I love you, so just grow it in me. La 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 la. I'm going to hold on to my stuff. Do you know what I'm doing? Does everybody understand? It looks like this. La 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 la. We have to move from growing unconsciously to growing consciously. All right. Commitment is understanding the value of spirit, giving up good for greater good. The funny thing, and I'll just say this, growth is about accepting something good and just allowing it to move through you. Commitment is taking the focus of who you are and investing it in that greater good.